that dark matter is problematic for his takes on the Israel-Palestine conflict. And I'm going to go out on a limb because I know dark matter and say that he's not wrong. I don't know what he said, but I'm going into this just for transparency's purposes. I'm going this assuming I'm going to take dark matter's side, but I am happy to be convinced. Okay? Now, the reason I believe that that's going to happen, and I've never seen this person before, it's called I'm Done with Darkmatter2525 response to anti-Semitic rant, which gives me some red flags, calling it an anti-Semitic rant. Now, if we scroll down, this is called, I didn't actually watch this, I just clicked on it. This is called
Hello, Void Dwellers.
Why Am I Still on the Left? About being a liberal Zionist. So, this is the information I have going into this. That's all I know about this guy. We'll see. Darkmatter2525, friend of the show, or is he? Probably still, yeah.
Hello, Void Dwellers. To those who don't know him, Darkmatter2525,
good guy.
Stupid name, is a
stupid name. It's an old YouTube name.
YouTuber that has been making atheist videos for about 15 years now.
Yeah.
He has over 700,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch his videos a lot back in the day. They were mostly bad animation done in a comedic, satiric way to bring forward the awfulness of many biblical stories by today's moral standards.
I appreciate that this is catty already. I can see that we're dealing with some emotions.
I liked these videos a lot for a few years, like 15 years ago.
Like 15 years ago. It's always like you made content 15 years ago or something. Like if you've been successfully making content on the internet for a long time, that's a bad thing, I guess. Longevity, bad. I get this regularly. Dude, you fell off. It's like, I make more money now. What? I feel like I have been doing fine. I don't know. I think maybe you value YouTube too much. I don't know.
Then I kind of lost the interest because I felt the point was made and it was just becoming more of the same, really. And I moved on. In recent years, he started doing these on-camera rants, maybe to shake up the format a bit, but
he'd always done a few camera things from time to time after
your son is dead.
After the face reveal.
Killed by the woke mind virus.
And now he's woke. That's true. That's true.
Watching a couple of those, I realized he was just either reading his cringingly bad fiction or repeating the same messages that he was preaching in his cartoons. Basically, Bible bad, religious people are stupid and evil, and that's it.
Religious people are stupid and evil. Well, that is a very I don't think that's a take that Dark Matter has. I do think that he thinks many people are stupid and evil, but I think he thinks that religion makes you more prone to being stupid and evil, which is definitely true.
The kind of shit that Raz from 15 years ago maybe found slightly entertaining, but today I believe this kind of condescending and hateful atheism has caused more harm than good.
I fucking big disagree. Hateful atheism. So this is just because now he's tying himself in knots to defend the state of Israel, I assume, calling himself still on the left, ? And I'm a liberal Zionist. Like, that must be tough. Must be a tough way to be, because every other left-leaning person is like, hey, isn't murdering people really bad and stuff? And they're like, no, we're doing it good.
And I'm saying that as an atheist who really do wish the entire world would abandon the pursuit of gods. I think the world would be better off without religion. But I believe...
But why? And then if you say it makes people prone to be stupid and fucking evil, then I mean, you know, I definitely think it makes people lean more in the evil and more in the stupid direction. Mostly because it just denies reality and makes you think non-logical things. Like, it's pretty much the pathway to it.
Believe that putting people down for something that is apparently very much a part of the human psyche is not going to work. In fact, if you study a little bit of history and human psychology, you'd know that you might end up getting the opposite result. Condescending atheism enforced by force was what turned countries like Iran and Turkey from modern westernized countries to Islamic hellholes.
Wow. So that's not true. It was mostly Western destabilization. I also think autocracy is going to cause backlash by people at all times. So those also have an autocratic problem. I think it helps people. I think normalizing that religion is just like not real is good. I think normalizing language around that is good, and not in just placating them. In fact, I think it's pussy shit. And this is why, like, liberals, this is liberal stuff, right? Like, this is a guy who doesn't speak up when people are being racist in the room, right? Because they're like, this isn't the time or place for that. Meanwhile, I'm on some fuck you stuff, like, immediately. So it's just you can live your little way if you want. But I think ethically speaking, we have an obligation to normalize left-wing politics, including but not limited to atheism. But I don't think I think I'm more rude than Dark Matter for sure. I think Dark Matter just has strong words for his condemnation of the content of the Bible.
It's a counter-reaction to being oppressed. So yeah, I don't believe in that kind of atheism anymore, and I therefore stopped watching Darkmatter2525's videos.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Matter is Turkish autocrat level of atheist or whatever. Was that, if I even look up Turkey atheism, like 3%? Come on, shut up.
But now I saw he posted a video of himself with the title "I'm done," so of course I clicked on it, thinking this was like I'm retiring the channel kind of thing. And he started the video with a point I can definitely agree with. He wonders about the diversity in the human creature, and by which he means how can we have people who can find the Higgs boson and at the same time have people who can't even understand that the world is round. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I was
Are you
about
going to show the clips of that, or
to show parts of his video here, and I really don't want to do that because that would require me to screen capture his video, and
oh my god, you're actually lazy? Holy shit.
It would add to my editing time, and I really just don't want to do that. So I'm just going to tell you, okay? And if
cool. So cool. Oh, all right.
If you want, you can find him on your own. So suddenly, the video takes a very annoying.
What? Do you have a link to the video at least? Nope. That's my response to what?
Throughout the history.
No, that's just another fucking. Okay, so no links to Dark Matter stuff. Just go look for it. Sick.
Annoyingly and all too familiar at this point, anti-Semitic turn. And the thing he starts ranting about is, of course, the genocide blood libel.
Wait, why are you calling it a blood libel? What? False and anti-Semitic accusation that Jews murder Christians and use their blood in religious rituals. The term is also known as ritual murder charge. So I don't think saying that Israel, the state, is committing a genocide, something that like the ICC and like human rights organizations all over the world like agree, and like pretty much the United States and Israel disagree. And because they're on the Security Council, it gets taken out. Like, I don't think you're in the right. And I think saying that it's anti-Semitic to argue that the government of Israel is doing bad things and murdering children. I saw a man holding a child just yesterday on. I didn't want to. It just fucking came up. Man holding a child and whose head had been emptied of its contents, and that's not good. I don't think that's a good thing. And by the way, that wasn't in fucking Gaza, though. It was across the fucking border. They're in Beirut. Like, and they're just bombing fucking apartments and shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to be against that, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's blood libel worthy. No one is saying that Israel, the state, is doing this to like enact blood rituals. No, I think they just want real estate, and they're racist. I mean, I just think it seems like a clear-cut expression of their the ends of apartheid is really what they're trying to do.
By the way, he makes an error there, a narrative error there, that the pro-anti-Semitism side would not like, because he recognizes us Jews with the ancient Israelites, which makes us the natives of the area. But that's beside
Us? Wait, are you native to the area? Where are you from? What? So European Jews are who were forced colonized. So anyway, yeah, this guy is full on fucking big on it. He's saying us. I mean, there are Arab Jews there that have been displaced by Israel. I don't know, man. To explain colonization to liberals is like tough.
That's the point. From that moment when he starts ranting about evil Jews genociding,
he doesn't rant about evil Jews genociding in that video. Are you serious? So if you just watch this video, you're too lazy to put the fucking clips in. So now I have to go try to look for the video? Like, huh? October 20th? Was it moral arguments were a waste of time?
the video just goes into all anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracy theories you can think of. It's pretty much evil Jews are just murdering civilians on purpose because they get off on it. That kind of thing.
In the Bible, that the God character made such commands. They're pretty explicit. Nobody condemned it because it's not in a so-called holy book. Food, water, and medicine, with blockades and even outright attacks against aid workers. The children who aren't buried under rubble are slowly being starved to death, and they don't care. There are conservative Christians in the United States who will cry out about an aborted 6-week-old fetus that doesn't even yet have the equipment for consciousness. Yet when faced with starving toddlers or children blown to pieces, they'll say that Israel has the right to defend itself. They claim to be pro-life and pro-family, except for when entire...
So as you can see, like, you know, not anti-Semitic.
But you know what? People like Darkmatter2525 have...
So I don't think... Just saying his name silly isn't effective. I mean, this guy doesn't have any subscribers, so...
Convinced.
This is the most views he's had on the video, and that's, you know, because you put Dark Matter's name in it.
They convinced me that I was wrong all my life.
I'd be happy to convince you you're wrong about your stance on being pro-Israel in this conflict.
I was wrong. Completely and utterly.
I'd be so happy.
See, as those of you who are familiar with my channel know,
I'm not.
I was a leftist hippie for most of my life. I didn't serve in the IDF. I was a supporter of the two-state solution. I demonstrated against the occupation.
You didn't serve in the IDF? Are you Israeli? Did you go to jail? Huh?
And I used to always say the hate we get around the world is because of things like the occupation.
Like the occupation that you support now. Yes, by the way, the hate you get is because of the occupation. Yes. Yes, and your aggression, like the state of Israel, not Jews. The state of Israel. Like, I don't understand how you think that means it's anti-Semitic. Is it because Jews run the state of Israel? I can't imagine are they all 100% Jewish? I don't even think that's true.
The last year has proven how wrong I was all along. People like Darkmatter2525
He's still on it.
Proved
What's this guy's name? Raz Talks to the Void.
To me how wrong I was all along.
I know they say black is slimming, but I didn't know how it turns you into a literal talking head. Yeah. It's not even hate, it's just resistance. Like, literally just people being like, hey, I don't agree with this. And he thinks that that is, like, anti-Semitic.
Because the truth is, it doesn't matter what we do or what is being done to us.
Yes, it does. What? What is being done to... Oh, is the October 7th thing? Dude, I don't think... I think it's totally fine if you go after the October 7thers, right? The ones that committed it. If you try to go after them, that's 100% fine. Because that's just how we deal with aggression nowadays, right? It wouldn't be looked at the same way. You could have your opinions on whose side you support. You could have your opinions on anything, but it wouldn't. I don't think anyone would say it's off limits. Once you start violence, it's not off limits for retaliation at that point, no matter what side of anything you're on, right? I think that'd be fine. The the off limits is murdering the families. That's what's off limits. Everybody else is fine with the idea of like violence begets a little bit of violence to some extent, especially when it comes to Israel-Palestine. No one expected anything good, but holy fucking shit, man. It's like crazy that you can tie yourself in knots to support just any government at all. The Americans government does this as well. We support this. I am against the American government, and those are full of Christian white men, not Jewish men, although they are supported very strongly by AIPAC and stuff like that. No more so than Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I think, is the number one receiver of AIPAC money.
They'll hate us either way.
What is this hate stuff? What do you mean hate us? Nobody fucking hates you for being a Jewish person. They hate Israel for its apartheid, for its genocide, and for its it's hyper nationalism and colonization. It's just not good. It's a relic of the 40s. It's just a disgusting nation. It sucks too, right? Because like the idea that you have that some people, especially the liberal Zionist, I guess in this case, the take is that like, oh well, after World War II, victims of the Holocaust need a home. And that sounds so good on paper, but did you know that the place that was forced, colonized, had people there already? Like, huh? How did you expect them to act? I don't understand why. I mean, here's the real thing. The real anti-Semitism were in the Europeans, like the Allied forces that rejected the Jews, the European Jews that faced diaspora after World War II, real diaspora. Instead of letting them into their countries, they fucking forced a colonization in Israel and sold it to you like, oh yeah, you get your own place. But really what they wanted was a white ethno-state in the middle of Arab countries so that they could have a foothold. And that's the cynical take, and that really is what it is. And frankly, I mean, Jewish people, especially Israeli Jews that live there that don't want anything to do with this, are huge victims of this system as well. It's just a shit show all around. It really sucks. And obviously, the cat's out of the bag. Shit's done been colonized. Aggression's already been done. This shit's already bad. So the solution is, of course, not more murder. It's just not. But you support it. How can anyone look at you with anything other than disdain when you're supporting murdering kids? Like, we don't support the fucking American military when they do that shit. Have some fucking balls. Don't hide behind anti-Semitism, because that's not what it is. There are anti-Semites. Real anti-Semitism happens. It's so real. And to throw criticism of Israel under there is just so... It's like a disservice to the whole thing. Criticism of Israel lies separately. Listen to the words people say.
The problem is far deeper than that, far more media, academia, and government related. In the past, it was Jews are poisoning the wells. Then it was...
Dude, that's...
Jews are betraying the German people. Now
it's so crazy that you just go, oh, look, they're going to Holocaust us. I'm Holocaust baiting. Like, you're doing the Holocaust. You're committing one. It's such a shame. Right? Like, it's so... Like, I think a lot of this comes from, like... like, a lot of the disdain, I guess, comes from, of all fucking people, it shouldn't be you guys. This is the state that came out of the last time that this really fucking happened. Why? Why do it? It's just a fucking shame, man. So now this is just a stain forever. It was bad enough. It's always been bad enough, you know? It was always going to be, have blood on its hands. Any nationalist fucking thing. America is built on this. If you're a fucking, I have like Native and First Nations people and like fucking, just otherwise indigenous around the world, not just necessarily America, but especially if you're an American, like you've been occupied your whole fucking life for 400 years or some shit. It's crazy. And it doesn't get better. It just fucking like, it just fucking evolves. It's so silly. Humans are so capable of just disgusting things. And it has nothing to do with whether or not you're a Jewish person or an Arab person or a fucking, like, white guy. We just so fucking... we're just so capable of disgusting things. It's such a shame. What a waste of humanity.
Jews are committing genocide.
Yes. Yes. Genocide is the murder of generations of people. Like, you're killing whole families. This is genocide. It is what it is. You're on the wrong side of this. You will be, and you're going to be making stupid fucking faces, stupid fucking voices about this topic, as if it's like just no big deal. Like, this is, you see a liberal. Fucking, this is just hawkish, far right-wing stuff, in my opinion.
And facts be damned.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
facts.
genocide. Even though they base the entire thing on numbers they get from a murderous terror organization, numbers that, when analyzed by data scientists, turn out to be bogus.
I haven't looked at, and I don't know what Hamas numbers you're fucking talking about. What I have seen are interviews with doctors and nurses and aid workers who are seeing children being sniped, who are seeing entire families be bombed in their beds, who are seeing hospitals and refugee camps bombed. You have officials in your government arguing that they should be able to rape prisoners of war. Listen to yourselves.
No, it's genocide. Even though we know we took out around 20,000 of Hamas militants, which means that even if the fake numbers are real, Israel has the lowest militant to civilian ratio in the history of urban warfare. Go.
He looks like if you mash Sargon with Louis C.K., holy shit. He's definitely got Louis C.K. vibes, you're right. That's not even kind of true. It's just not. This is going to be, I mean, you're talking, I bet it's like fucking, it's going to be six figures. It's going to be fucking six figures. The comment section is full of him calling people arslers and Nazis. Him? Just watch the videos. Fucking lazy can you get? Wow. I'd be happy to talk with this guy, but holy shit.
And that's fighting against a terror organization that works from within the population and uses it as a human shield.
I have
A
completely
human shield.
unchained my banhammer.
So
It has the juice?
it's crazy that your opinion of like the human shield is to shoot the human shield. And also that you get all of your information from kind sources.
And actually wants high civilian casualty numbers, as was repeatedly documented by both the UN and other governments around the world.
Oh, cool. So why did Netanyahu's government fund Hamas? What was that about?
But no, it's genocide. Even though the war could have ended the moment it started if they just released the hostages. But no, it's genocide. Even though Israel has been bringing in aid while our hostages were tortured, raped, murdered, and wouldn't even have the chance to see anyone from the Red Cross. But no, it's genocide. Even though Israel stopped the fighting to have a vaccine.
Is this what the rest of this is going to be? Oh, no, it's not. It's not no, it doesn't look like it.
Nation operation to save the enemy's civilian population on the expense of the Israeli taxpayer. What the actual fuck? What kind of a genocide includes stopping everything and giving the population vaccines?
One that knows that you could communicate things. Also, I don't know if that's true, by the way. The vaccines helping them defend from bombing attacks as they sleep in their tents that they're forced to make because you've destroyed their cities. None of this is justified. None of it. Their legal obligation as occupiers? Dude, they're denying food.
But oh no, it's genocide. Because like I said, I was wrong. It
There's polio now? Yeah.
doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do.
It doesn't matter what you do. Everyone's saying literally it matters what you do. What do you mean? Your argument here is we're mitigating the murders that we're committing. Huh? The numbers that are going to come out of this are going to be horrific.
It doesn't matter what is done to us. Hell, they've been saying we're genociding the Palestinians long before the war.
It was apartheid long before the war, and they were definitely like, I really think what most people are criticizing is your ridiculous treatment of them. I mean, you're just occupying them. You put them behind walls, and then you murder them, and then you say they can't go out you can't go fish. Can't go have businesses. Can't fucking import this. You can't go through this checkpoint. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
And back then, I asked some pro-anti-Semitism, how can it be genocide
Pro-anti-Semitism.
if the population keeps growing? And they said, oh, we mean cultural genocide.
Cultural genocide?
Because the point is not facts. The point is not reality. The point is not, the actual meaning of words.
I really want you to live under the oppression of apartheid and tell me that you think that Israel is on the correct side of that. He just calls anti-Zionist Jews self-hating. Dude, how is this stuff not banned? How come if I was to get real spicy and call him the Z word, it would be very flamed. That's anti-Semitism. But he's like saying that Jews that don't support bombing Palestinians are just self-hating fucking losers. Like, I don't know, man.
The point is to lay the ground for the next Holocaust.
Oh my God, fear-mongering. Lay the ground for the next Holocaust? Shut up. You're doing it. You're committing one. This is not better. This is systemic. You're just bombing the shit out of children. It was already, before this, it was half the population was under 18. Half. Because of shit like this. I don't even know what the fuck that's going to look like now. I don't know.
That's the point.
You're fucking fear-mongering. It's ridiculous. No one is going to Holocaust you if you don't Holocaust first.
Do you think the Nazis just one day turned on the Jews? Of course not.
Right. They did exactly what Israel is doing to Palestinians. They colonized, then they put them off into small communities, and then they exterminated them. It is what they isolated them. They didn't let them travel. They restricted all access to the outside world and limited it to whatever extent they could, and then they exterminated them. Yep. And you're like shitting on their memory by saying like, oh, what we're doing now is good. They would like this. Huh?
First, there was a campaign for decades, a campaign of lies and fear.
I don't care anymore. Okay. Anyway, this video with Dark Matter, this is a good video.
Families are buried under rubble. Families who are found guilty simply because of where they lived, as if they had any other choice.
Right?
And no, this isn't a Jewish thing. There are plenty of Jews, both within the borders of Israel and beyond, who do not support this genocide.
He literally says it in the video. Anyway, Dark Matter is cool and based, and whoever that other guy was, whose name I forgot already, is not based. I'm not gonna listen to it anymore. It's just shit. Just a bad situation. How can you tell people to go to a place and they're gonna be safe there and they can put up their little camps and then you bomb it? How are you gonna justify murdering kids, man? Just so many. I'm done. I mean, like, there's nothing you could do to say, oh look, this justifies it all. Nothing does. You're just wrong. And at the end of the day, eventually, I gotta believe, because it's always happened, that it will end, and that eventually, whether it's the people in power now or not, that system will stop, and we'll get peace in the area, and it will only be through coming together and stopping this like nationalistic program before it's gonna happen. Using white phosphorus, Jesus Christ. I mean, the stories that are coming out of there are insane, and it's only going to get worse. Like, I can't even imagine, like, imagine if there was social media during the Holocaust, you know what I mean? Like, it's what we're getting. The only difference is, like, really the only difference, I think, is the industrialized nature of the, Holocaust is obviously... like, I don't know. It's definitely more of a, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Machine-like and cold and hyper-brutal, efficient way to kill a bunch of people. And it's fascinated people forever because it's so fucked up. And, this is like wanton. And it's different in that way, I guess. But it's not, it's being backed by America, and it just feels fucking bad to like be party to that. Not that it's not the first time we have been, but it's like I feel like most people that exist in America would choose different paths than we've taken, but we're ruled by the people we're ruled by, like fucking Joe Biden, you know what I mean? Like fucking Donald Trump, George W. Bush. Like, I think a really good thing to do is to detach yourself from any sort of like nationalism. It's just like, how could you be proud of this place? How could you be proud of any of these kinds of places, man?